Good lessons, good comments. Well noted. That's true. I should always put up the references to whatever the speaker is saying, so you can follow through and make sure they are not lying. That's 2 videos that I've made that you've commented a lot about the speaker's lying. That's bad. Yeah. I'm gonna try not to do it again. But I don't know. I'm thinking of just stopping making reaction videos for whatever reason. I can't remember. The reason always comes and goes, so I don't even know exactly. Yeah, but for some reason I want to stop making these reaction videos and just make videos of me. Maybe I can teach something. Maybe I can make vlogs. Maybe I can make something fun. Something that engages me more and just leaves me more time to just go underground and read and research and do everything on my own. Because YouTube seems to be very destructive. You know, you get into arguments and like I would say often, a lot of times, the argument, you just run into the argument, and all of a sudden the argument will be over. You type hundreds of words, but you don't really take your time to understand and know whatever you are just trying to do. Like most of the time you are trying to win, and it doesn't make sense to me. It feels like it's putting so much pressure trying to get people learn how to debate, but not really learn how to discover and understand God. So I feel like this YouTube reacting thing is just not the right thing. I don't know, my mind is still running. Maybe I will change my mind. So I was actually planning not to make any reaction video again, but besides the older one that is yet to be uploaded, yeah, there's one video coming before this one. But this friend of mine, he's a Muslim brother, he sent me a video a few weeks ago to react to, but I didn't react to it, and he sent me another one asking me to react to. So I didn't want to forgo it again just a few days ago. So I wanted to do that video, and then I will see what the future holds, if we should continue reacting or not. I hope something good comes. But yeah, the video today is, what's the title again? The difference between the Quran and the Bible. You've already seen that in the title actually, so I shouldn't be explaining. But yeah, I don't, you know, if you know me from the beginning, I really didn't want to, I don't know, maybe that would be me being lazy and want to run away, but I didn't want to be looking at things that are like, look at this text, this verse is somehow curved or bent, you know. And this one is talking about the difference between the Bible and the Quran. I'm going to guess it is going to be like cutting the verses across, like, and pushing this verse here, and, you know, doing, I could be a good martial artist. Yo, that's your boy. All right. Anyway, so some of the things might not be. Let's look at this video. What's the difference between the Quran and the Bible? Great explanation by Sheikh Osman bin Farouk. Let's see the video. The Quran and the Bible.
I see many
notes. I know that.
Yeah. So this is... If someone, for example, is not a Muslim, what's the difference between this book and that book?
Excellent question.
Because this is a general question.
Very good question. This book, the Quran,
that guy look Muslim.
غير مخلوق. It is the words of Allah, not a part of the makhluk. It was revealed to the Prophet ﷺ and preserved word by word, letter by letter, harf by harf. Even the pronunciation is preserved.
Okay.
This book is based on some of the writings that are based on some of the writings that might have been the followers of Jesus, but it's definitely been corrupted. And I'll prove it. The Quran, what language do you read it in? You yourself.
Me, Arabic.
Arabic. Yes. What language does the Prophet ﷺ speak?
Okay, the preservation part, it's a whole big, like, different and bigger topic. If you ask a pastor or an apologist, somebody, they'll tell you that, oh, the Bible was preserved, like very nice. The Quran corrupt. So let's know that before we even go ahead. The things that I can actually like refute in one standing, I think it would be good if you say it out, like just like that, and then we'll go ahead. So this one about the Quran being preserved and the Bible being not preserved, don't take it as anything. You know, if it was a Christian, the Christian would say the Quran is really, really bad. They haven't preserved it well. You know, unless they meet in debate. That's what I like to see, if people are in a discussion and both teams are there. But this time it's just Islamic team, so yeah, they are going to win. Oh!
What language was the Quran first compiled in?
Arabic.
What language is the
Arabic.
Mus'haf of Uthman that all our Qur'ans are based off? It's in Arabic. What did Isa alayhi salam speak?
Arabic.
Aramaic.
Aramaic, yes.
What his followers were fishermen in Acts in the Bible. It shows, right?
Hey,
So now the oldest scriptures of the Bible today are in Greek,
Right.
not in Aramaic. The oldest
Greek?
Google it.
No, there were.
Sure.
I remember reading, and even
Yeah, dogs
commenting
barking.
some years ago, that the Bible, the original Bible, was Aramaic,
That is true. But
and there were scrolls and a lot of the paraffins destroyed on purpose.
Exactly.
And besides that,
Oh.
because of the printing method, certain things were purposefully.
you are exactly right. So this is exactly right. So original writings were in Aramaic of
hey, that man was saying a lot of the papyrus destroyed on purpose. I can prove that in once. I don't know anything about the papyrus. I watched one video of J. Smith actually, and J. Smith was proving a lot about it. Rick sent that video to me. Thank you, Rick. Yeah, that one was saying a lot of. This guy said it was destroyed on purpose. Is that true? Why didn't J. Smith say it? Or this guy is just saying things he don't know about. Let's see.
Jesus' followers, peace be upon him. Right? We love Isa, Jesus, we love his followers, they were on the truth. But their writings are not what's in here today. The earliest manuscript of the New Testament, you can go home, look this up, is in Koine Greek, the way we have it. And it's from, there's one paper from 2nd to 3rd century after Jesus that's the side of a credit card. And then the earliest of complete manuscripts are around 600 to 700 years later. So what happens when you get that type of a change, you get things like this, okay?
Quantum.
Man, I need to put up sources for this, but I will go to the video and then I'll look in the description of the video and then I'll see whether he's putting, you know, because he's mentioning numbers. Those I can't follow up. Man, I'm sorry. I see it.
Yeah, so let me show you an example here. This is the genealogy of Jesus in the Bible, okay? What I've done, I've actually,
To Matthew.
according to Matthew and according to Luke, we'll go over, I've actually written them out,
Okay, tell us.
all right?
Nice.
So this is, when we look at the Matthew, in Matthew, this is here. When you look at Luke, it's there. Now look at, and I'll show you in the actual book. It says, and Jacob begotteth Joseph, thus the husband of Mary, to whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. So according to this, Jesus was the son of Joseph, who was the son of Jacob. Excellent, right? This is, there you go, okay? Now, let's
Matthew
look at
1:16.
the same genealogy in Luke. Luke 3:23. Now Jesus himself began his ministry about 30 years of age, being supported as the son of Joseph, the son of Heli. So here Joseph is no longer the son of Jacob, he's the son of Heli.
But is it possible that Jacob could be translated as Heli?
So, great question.
Just a question.
Sure, great question. This is
that's-
why I wrote
yeah.
the whole thing out.
Right.
Okay? So you have in Matthew going down to Jesus, Jacob, Jesus, Joseph, Jacob, Mathan, Elazar, Eliud, Achim, Zondak, Azor. You see all these names? Now, let's go in Luke. Jesus, Joseph, Heli, Matat, Levi, Melichi, Jannah, Joseph. Totally different names. How many mistranslations do they have? You see, even the numbers don't match. Here you have 43 going back to Abraham. Here you have 56 going back to Abraham. Wow. And the interesting thing is from Abraham down to number 15, David, is the same in both. So what happens is, when you had people writing down these manuscripts, once they went past there, they started to make additions, subtractions, guesses, you know, so that what happens is you end up with not the same account, because this is not the word of God preserved.
After
this is
David and Goliath,
exactly everything. Now let me show you some more, just to give you an idea. Here in 2 Samuel chapter 24 verse 9, then Jacob gave the sum of the number of the people of the king, and there were in Israel 800,000 valiant men who drew the sword, and men of Judah were 500,000 men. So how many in the battle between Israel and Judah here? How many? 800 to 5,000. Excellent. Now, in the same Bible, 1 Chronicles, chapter 21.
It's supposed to be like today's press.
Excellent. Chapter 21, 1 Chronicles, chapter 21, verse 5. And Job gave them the sum of the number of the people of David. All Israel was 1,100,000 men who drew up the sword against Judah, who had 470,000 men who drew up the sword. So now we went from 800,000 to 1,100,000 of Israel, and 500,000 to 470. Let me give you another example. I have 50 plus marked out, but I'll give.
Listen to Chronicles because they were the press.
Exactly. So this is the difference between this and this. This is the words of Allah preserved without a single contradiction. We have made the challenge here on video to everybody. Find me one contradiction, I'll leave Islam in front of you. Find me one. But this is filled with contradictions. Right? I mean, I'll give you a couple just for fun.
This dude
is Mishal. Therefore, Mishal, the daughter of Saul, had no children to the day of her death. Mishal, daughter of Saul, daughter of Saul. So not like there's a different Mishal, because they'll be like, oh, different one. No. She had no children till she died. Okay. Same Mishal, same Bible, except now we're in 2 Samuel. In 21:8, whom she bore, Saul had 5 sons of Mishal, the daughter of Saul, whom she brought up as Adriel, the son of Brelai. Now the same Mishal, same father Saul, had 5 children. So did she have no children till she died, or did she have 5 kids? It can't be both.
I was raised to this.
Right. Let me show you one more thing. One last thing. And this is in the Bible, in the Old Testament. Exodus 22, verse number 20 through 21. And if a man beats his male or female slave with a rod or a servant, so that he dies under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Notwithstanding, if he remains alive a day or 2, he shall not be punished, for he is his property. So if you beat your servant to death, if he lives 1 day, no punishment for you. Wow. What kind of God is this? Who the gentleman was here earlier saying that Jesus is God, he's the one that revealed this. This is what Jesus preached? To beat your slaves or to death?
Try. I tried. I didn't want to talk in between, but it is over. Okay, I'm going to try to put the list of the names, all the things that he's saying, so it'll be flowing on the screen as he talks about them. But I don't know the numbers he was saying. I don't know the sources. Should I go look it up? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, what do you Christians think? Is this guy like boxing things together? You know, it's the same way. I have Christian friends who will No, they'll point this verse from the Quran, then they'll point this verse and they'll say, hey, these verses are not talking together. What's wrong with your Quran? And I have to go look at things, and I have to go and ask people so many questions. Is it like that in this case? Is it that it is like the same genealogy, but this dude, probably because he's not a Christian, he's getting it not the right way, and he's just mentioning whatever, he found? Or that is really what the Bible is saying? Or maybe there's another explanation that from the Christian side, because I'm pretty sure there will be dozens of explanations from the Christian side of these things already, just that I haven't seen them yet. But yeah, this is our first time hitting it. What are we going to say about it? If it is like, in the last part, actually, he talked about beating their slaves. I know, like, people always make comments too about Prophet Muhammad haven't done some things that were like bad to be looked upon, like I'm a Muslim, but I don't, if it happened, like there's nothing to hide about it. If it wasn't good, then maybe it won't be allowed for the Prophet to do it, or it won't be even written down. But one of the things that even hits me from the Islamic side is, it shouldn't, because everybody thinks different, right? But I was thinking that, like, you should not be allowed to have sex with your slaves. Isn't that fornication? That was allowed at Muhammad's time. So it was like they were very weird people. How do you... Yeah? 21st century. We are the smartest. But what do you guys think about the rest of the video? The last part, that one, I think that was kind of serious. But yeah, the first 4 verses that he quoted that were contradicting each other, is that just from his own ignorance? Or that is something that Bible scholars has to dig in to see what those verses are talking about? So basically the difference about the Bible and the Quran, he's saying that, the Bible contradicts itself and the Quran doesn't. Yeah, we could say either way. And if it's a Christian, the Christians will find Quranic verses that are contradicting. See? This is one of the reasons I want to stop making the reaction videos, because I don't feel like there's any progress. If you're... By the way, I'm doing this book right now. If you're reading a book, you open today, it's chapter 1, and you read. You open tomorrow, it's the next chapter, and you see progress. But these religious things, by the time you get something down, something comes up. By the time you get one thing down, something, I'm like, what the heck? It doesn't feel like there's progress at all, making these religious videos. Why should I be wasting time just reacting to videos making people angry, and people will be arguing in the comments, fighting? I think I might have to stop. But anyway, this video will be uploaded. So let me know what you think. The Christians, challenge you to try to disprove this guy, because I know you can. And the Muslims, challenge you to tell the Christians, yep, what the dude said was right. I want to say it was right because I'm a Muslim, but I'm not sure. So anyway, I told you in the beginning, I could predict. I told the future. Who can tell the future? I told you the Muslims were going to win. They didn't win. Alright, besides that, alright, let's see you next time. Alright, I'm gonna see what my next video is going to be. If it's not going to be reaction, what I'm going to do, something for YouTube. So be ready for a surprise. Assalamu alaikum.